I'll see you over there.
I think she's seen it.
Yo, she seen it. She hollered. All right, here I come.
I didn't do that, did I?
Oh, yes, you did. I'll see you right in a minute.
Okay.
Genesis does what Nintendo Eventually, I didn't feel the advertising was aggressive enough or clever enough, but I wanted to take it further. So one of the commercials that I
Hello, fun people.
Genesis on the back.
How are we doing today?
Nintendo on the back of an old milk truck that smoked and was very slow, and off they went. And of course, the Formula Car left Nintendo in the dust.
Tammy lies like a pedo. It's true.
It was fun to say. It was fun to yell. People enjoyed it. They got the humor.
Get someone's attention, won't I?
They realized that we were a real competitor, and it did explode. I mean, every kid on the block became either I'm a Nintendo kid or I'm a Sega kid.
Well, he does lie like a pedo. I think he is a pedo. I mean, the man's going around saying that I make porn with my kid with my kids' pictures. I would like to see this proof. He was asked about it. He says everybody else has it, yet no one seems to show it. Where is this evidence? Smells like glue in there. I mean, I'm going to have some fun with this asshole. I want to see him man up and either admit to being a moron or bring this shit up on stage where people can see it and see what he's talking about. I want this shit. I want this itty bitty dick motherfucker to sit there and come up and admit. See, I won't block him right off like he does me because he's afraid of the truth. I'm not afraid of the truth. I don't have to be. But see, he'll block me because he's afraid that he's gonna look like a moron. Well, that's not hard to look like a moron when you're Tammy Lin. That's not hard to do. You know, people can get upset with me all they want to. I'm pretty sure he's got some hangers on with going out and talking shit. That's cool. No, he won't. And see, we just had some hangers on jumping in here and look and see what they could do. I'm pretty sure someone's going to go back and report to him real quick. In fact, there we are. In fact, we're going to have some fun right now. Now here's the morons. Here's the dynamic dimwits at their best right here. You got Lou sitting there crying and whining about Colton Wood after he got struck. Why did he get struck? Because he wanted to post people's kids' pictures to pedophile sites and Pornhub. His own admission. I have it on video recorded. This is Lou. This is his faggot best friend, Tammy Lin Lin. No one gives a shit about you, Lou. That's just it. No one cares if you live or die. We don't want to see the former. See, now he'll threaten Colton. He'll threaten Colton Wood because he's afraid of the man. This is a guy who has arms in his house. He has at one time an armed security guard. He still has his weaponry, but he's afraid of a man with a baseball bat. Oh my God! 9mm overrules a baseball bat. Lou, get over it. You're crying like a bitch. You're crying like a bitch, Lou. And now, see, he's accusing people of paying Colton Wood at this point to come after him. He accused Wilma Dickfit and Taryn Dixon of paying a guy $200 to hunt him down. Lou is fucking delusional. Lou is a moron. Lou is a toothless, dick-sucking son of a bitch who couldn't get his goddamn rocks off with his wife, so he chose to go everywhere else, including hunting up pictures from Camino Ascari. Yes, you are. You're very scared, Lou. You're afraid, Lou. You're shaking in your goddamn boots. If you hear it in your voice, you're a coward. Go, chicken shit, go. You blocked them because you're a coward and you know that you're a liar. You're right. I'm enjoying mine right now. I'm enjoying mine right now, you dick, you scum sucking meth head. I love this guy. That Tonk the Fox. Nope, that's Andrew. So I wonder what Andrew's going to say, this little bastard. What is? This is funny. Don't piss off Andrew, whatever you do. He will fucking run you into the dirt. Right. Look at the genius that you've got going here. Uh-oh.
the characters grew bigger, tougher, and just plain weird.
こんなキャラがいますけど、あれも最初は割と別に相撲取りみたいな、ただの相撲取りだったんですけど、だんだんこう目立たせる
This is funny.
浴衣を思わせるとか、あと間取りを入れようとか、だんだんどのキャラも変化していきましたね。みんなこうなんていうんですか見てこうまあちょっと笑えるというか。
This is gonna be good.
すごいねみたいな、そういうところまで持っていった感じがありますね。
An eccentric cast of fighters emerged, each with their own backstory. A U.S. Air Force mate,
This is funny, isn't it?
a rubber-limbed, fire-breathing yogi, and a female kung fu fighting Interpol officer named Chun-Li.
つまりこのチュンリーっていうキャラクターはカンフー少女なんですけど、女性プレイヤーは女性を使いたいんじゃないかっていうのがやはりあって、
This is funny.
女性を入れようと思った理由はやはり女性プレイヤーの獲得です。
That's because you're still there, Lou.
ブルース・リーとジャッキー
You're good at that.
開発者の中で女性格闘家っていうのを作ってましたから、女性を出すなら
Well, there's a problem. See,
Until then, limited video games
Taryn Dixoff and Wilma Dickpit are friends of Andrews. Oh God! Damn, he did not.
あそこまでこうちゃんとどしっとしたキャラクター性を持って出たのって初めてだと思うんですよ。で、なんていうのかな、やっぱりここあれなんですね、安田さんがすごいこだわって。
With the settings and characters done,
Yeah, so you got
sure the gameplay was a visceral, bone-crunching fighting experience.
まあやっぱり格闘ゲームである程度のやっぱ格闘技の知識を手に入れなければいけないと思うんですよね。やっぱり見ると、そのなんていうんですかね。
I think Lou's upset.
圧力であるとか、イラストみたいなのがすごい伝わってきますし、
I think Lou's up. I think Lou didn't like that one. No, you didn't, Andrew. There ain't nothing there for you to miss, son. Gee. That's because you are bent over a lot, Lou. So you would think it'd be because his toothless jaws that people would be more happy. But no. There we go. Well, maybe you were, Lou. That's not the story I heard, Lou. Why not? You accuse me of doing it. We all agree with you. A lot of people don't like you, Lou.
It obliterated the original, sparking an arcade renaissance. It also became one of the best-selling fighting games of all time, and paved the way for a new violent.
I do it. I believe it.
Enter the Dragon was the first wrestling film that I saw.
Doesn't matter. You still said it, Lou. You should never say it in the first place, Lou.
At that early age,
You're a coward, Lou.
was Bruce Lee knew how to milk his screen presence. His fight sequences would build up.
No one likes you, Lou. Even YouTube.
And then there was a punch. Every time he
You kissed ass quite a bit. That seemed to be your problem, Lou.
and it was that way at all his films. For me, I would find myself watching a film, and then if I was excited enough, I would sit down and start drawing.
As fighting
On your ass or in your ass, Lou? It's a fine line for you.
was working for Chicago game developer Midway, who wanted a game that could pack the arcades like Street Fighter II. They gave Tobias and programmer Ed Boon the opportunity.
I say let him fucking suffer for what he says. Quit kissing his ass, Andrew.
I remember them asking us if we could get the game done in 6 months or something ridiculous like that. And Ed and I, we were so young that we thought, yeah, we can do that.
Tobias went to work on the game that would become a legend.
Yep.
Mortal Kombat.
You're stupid.
The game that brought blood
You open your mouth,
movies into the arcade.
shove a dick in your mouth.
My role on Mortal Kombat was the art, the graphics, the fiction,
Oh, he put something in his mouth. Well,
programmers, in terms of how.
I guess every now and then he misses a little bit of something.
When we looked at Street Fighter, it was more so to figure out what not to do. We weren't looking at replicating Street Fighter, it was more how do we do our own style.
He thought he was untouchable. Now he knows he's not because his channel got struck and his stream got taken down.
If it's going to be a fighting game, I was going to draw on my love of kung fu films.
Deal with it, Lou. You've done it quite a bit to everybody else. Lou, you're a fucking liar just like everybody else.
In the 90s, we're making a bit of a resurgence in America.
Hey, Waddy. I mean, it's hilarious. He'll bitch and moan about someone taking him to task, but he'll open his mouth up for everybody else.
We thought that it would lend a little bit of validity to the concept of a fighting game, certainly martial arts game.
Van Damme declined. But that didn't stop Tobias from
No.
immortalizing.
See, he doesn't realize he's playing with. Andrew's playing with him right now.
His signature kicks, his penchant for doing the splits, and who could forget the infamous move from Bloodsport? Tobias didn't. He made it character Johnny
Yep.
Cage's signature move.
Tammy should know. He fucks up, he fucks down, he fucks sideways.
Mortal Kombat that this
And
is
then he calls for a condom.
and it inspired me growing up into this game because no one was telling us how to do games back then, and this is what we want to do.
Mortal Kombat
This is the same retard telling everybody that I have made porn pictures out of my kit with my kid's face on it. But when I ask him to produce that evidence that I did anything, or that any of these pictures were ever made, he can't produce it.
Anything that we could do to get the player to react positively, we thought was a good thing. One of the backgrounds, there were body parts and stuff of other characters sort of impaled on spikes. And the idea that if you lose this match, you're going to get knocked into this pit and your character is going to suffer.
Welcome to the two geniuses I deal with on a regular basis.
Fatalities exactly were. Built a bit of a scary quality for the player.
Oh no, bitch, you ain't saying nothing yet.
Fatalities were the game's pièce de résistance. Players who discovered the right button and joystick combo could finish off their opponent with a spectacular kill. A decapitation. The removal
You mean like you do?
of the beating heart, torching them alive. And whatever your
Like you think you can do.
What also made Mortal Kombat so in your face was the
You're not willing to own it. That's why you don't get respect.
real life actors.
This beat up, tattered looking studio is where we shot all of the digitizing for the Mortal Kombat game. We had to sort of find the martial arts that we were going to digitize.
Maybe your wife wants a bigger dick. Maybe she wants one that works. Could be. You never know, Lou.
Martial arts capable of throwing a kick or a punch.
My name is Luke Kang. Before I get to the top, you gotta get through.
I had some friends that I knew growing up who were martial artists. And one of the first things we did was we brought them into the studio, shot some footage of them. When you see guys jump flipping and doing somersaults in Mortal Kombat, they do it off this trampoline. And the reason why we use it is because, a lot of times you got a motion capture guy jump. So we get them jumping on these trampolines. And we actually have guys banging their head on the ceiling. That lights out there because somebody whacked it real good. Back then it was like an amazing thing. Everyone who saw it was just sort of blown away at the realistic nature of it. The moment you see the digitized actors on screen, I think you understand, oh, okay, I get what this is and how cool it looks.
Well, not everyone thought it was cool.
This is the kind of violence that critics are pretty worried about. Cold-blooded murder is making Mortal Kombat the most popular video game in history. Kids relish their victory and their bloody choice.
How do you feel when they're pulling the head off somebody or they're ripping out?
He does, idiot. Welcome to the real world.
We didn't see what ultimately would become the controversy with Mortal Kombat coming.
Watch out, Mom and Dad. Some of the new video games depict extreme.
I'm restreaming Tammy Lala. Should be on your thing right now because it says it's going. I'm just adding commentary so his Majesty can't come back and hit me for copyright. I'm not sure if I'm gonna leave this up or not. I have to think about it. Is my screen not being shared?
Kids ditching their home consoles and heading back to the arcades to do battle.
The arcade environment at the time, especially with the fighting games, it was very competitive. You physically had to walk into an arcade and face off against your opponent. It's almost like you were a gunslinger walking into this town and you didn't know who you were going to face off against.
The new era of fight games would not only resurrect the arcade.
Hold on. Bring it full
For some kids,
Bring it
it
full
would
screen.
change the course of their lives.
Where is the? I don't know if it's. It should be coming up on the thing.
Just as fight games were beginning to take over the arcades.
I have volume here. Where is the volume control for this?
take here comes Andrew taking credit about coming up with the Discord bag of dicks. Another lie. Is it a lie? Because here's no Discord. And if someone tells me how to get to where
I know you've had a Discord channel forever because you tried to get
I've got
me to
9 of
join
them.
it when you first made it.
Y'all should be able to hear him now.
I've got 9 of them.
Can y'all hear him?
Yeah. Well, I know of one
Andrew.
because you tried to get me to join it when you first made it years and years ago, and I told you to fuck off then. I didn't want to go into Discord.
If someone directs me on how to find the date I opened it, I'll show the date I opened it. I don't know where that's at.
I don't know. All I know is years ago, the one that I remember.
Tammy
Yeah.
lies a lot.
Right.
I don't know how to get to where the date is.
Tammy lies. So
Well, obviously, my IP address would be different from that of Bend Over because we're two different people. We have two different methods of how we get on the computer.
yeah, but still. the
An
same,
IP address,
but-
though, does not give you that much information. I mean, if a person is just completely stupid, then yeah, it can give you quite a bit. But even now, your internet
That's
providers now reset your modem and shit or your router every 3 months, so it gives you a new IP address. So you only get, unless you just do a whole lot of shit, and you wait for your provider to reset it. Then yeah, I guess someone could find pretty close. I mean, they probably find where you're at and some other shit. But on a general stance, people reset their shit about once a week, or if they should be, if they're not. And a lot of people run VPNs. Now the VPNs people run, most of them run peer to peer because they're broke ass pieces of shit, and they want to talk their shit, and they think they're safe running up peer to peer, which they're not, because peer to peer is one of the most easiest ones to crack if you know how to use a cracker. And it's
Well, that's what I
You
We
don't
don't
much
know
from
none
it.
of this shit.
That's what I like
Andrew,
about
don't
having this
educate him.
company I'm working with. They offer a deal to where every 2 to 4 days they change
Oh yeah, he does.
the
He
address
he
on the
exactly
modem.
thinks that.
and I took it. So it's great.
So how do I prove
Spitfire.
I'm not over? She asked me, and I told
I
her
mean,
the
he's-
truth, and then
He's getting,
she
he's
came up
getting
and
a
said,
lot
"You're
of
lying."
shit
Blah, blah.
right
I'm like,
now.
whoa, whoa, whoa! You're not going to accuse me after you just came up and asked me, but yet you were still running your mouth all over the internet, saying I was when you didn't actually know for a fact. I told you the truth, and then you're going to throw it back in my face and say I'm lying? Fuck you! You go in the basement, bitch.
Spitfire, am I still lying?
Just in
Huh?
case
I expect the
somebody
answer.
doesn't know.
I was just a Spitfire if I'm still lying. I'm expecting the answer to be yes. But
You're a liar, Andrew. We know it. God
yeah, I
damn.
know.
Even
I
with
said
your
lies.
proof, even with your proof there, we know you're fucking lying, dude.
That's the thing.
Right. Well, no,
Well,
no, I have lied.
This is coming from a
I've never
meth-headed
denied that
crack
I've told stories.
motherfucker
And I've
who
said
still
things
thinks
that
people have porn
I
pictures.
can't prove, so therefore I shouldn't have said them. Absolutely. So you can consider that a lie if you want to, but the definition of it says it's not a lie. But neither here nor there. I said things I can't back up, and I've had to apologize for them.
Yeah.
What it is, and I haven't said them again.
Here's my point. You're owning it.
Toothless
And owning
Lou
it doesn't make
and
any
Tammy Meth
excuse. I
Head
never said my owning shit.
trying to
makes it an
talk,
excuse.
trying
I
to
just
out
said,
talk
fuck it, I own
Andrew.
it. I did it. I said it. What else do you want?
Hey, Spitfire, if he didn't do that, I got to explain this to Spitfire. Okay.
It won't.
If he did not
That's
do
Stephanie.
what you're
That's
saying,
He's
Stephanie.
hilarious.
Okay. If he did not do what you're saying right there, he would not have drama dump. Just saying. It's for drama dump. Am I correct, Andrew?
Y'all probably realize we're probably live on Drama Dome right now, right? He probably has this going live.
Yes or no? Maybe. Go to hell.
If he's
I walked in the kitchen. Can you hear me now? Can you hear? So I walked in the kitchen, but yes, you're correct.
Okay. Thank you. I know why you do it. I know why you do it all the time, or you would not have you fucking.
Oh, we all know why he does
I would
it.
know, but it would not be what
You're
you want it to
not
be.
right there.
This thing, you got to make your own content sometime, and I understand that for what you do.
No,
But you steal it. Let's steal everybody else's. Fair use.
I don't
It's a
need-
great thing.
I don't need
But,
more content. I'll just steal yours.
It's a dick move. If I want to piss you off, I'm going to restream you and transform the content to where I can legally get by with it by YouTube's standards. Now, if you were to take me to a civil court for copyright,
Fortunately, I'm not.
well, for one, you better
I'm
have a
not
trademark and
monetized. I don't
register with the
I don't
federal,
give a
or else
shit.
your claims will be thrown out the window. But other than that, then you might have a case on me. And as far as me being butthurt online, yeah, I get triggered every once in a while. You're damn right. But the difference between me and Spitfire is when I hit that X and I leave YouTube for the day or night or whenever, I don't think about it. Spitfire, on the other hand, obviously sits and ponders about it, which is sad.
I agree with that.
I'm going to bet that Andrew
Yeah, when I go
live
home,
right
and I go
now.
home, dude, man, I got to fucking
Find out.
even though she's my
Oh, I'm
sister.
echoing.
Find out if
Even though
John
by
Drummer's
by
live.
marriage law, she's still considered my sister. Fuck it. I'm gonna get me some. Oh, fuck.
I mean,
Why they
that's
suddenly start echoing?
That's some
I don't know
weird
why you
shit that Lou
started
just
echoing
put
that.
out. Nope, it don't seem like it's live.
I don't
You're in the
care.
back.
Piss me off.
Are you bent over again, Andrew?
Yes.
Okay, that's why you're
Oh, am I bent over or am I bent over?
You're bent over.
Okay, yeah, I'm bent over.
Your
Oh,
butt,
and
your butt, you've been reamed out so much, but you should spread apart and check one.
Damn, Tammy.
oh, and YouTube, as far as it not being real, right? It's only real if you make it real, or if the person or people become real life because they interject themselves and make a real life change in your, and it affects you. Other than that, yeah, this conversation we're up here having with Salty, it's not real because it has no real life effect upon me.
Hey, kids, quit, mommy.
Therefore, it's not real.
We're figments of your imagination, ladies and gentlemen.
No, you're not a figment of imagination.
Lou is
I know
a
you're
figment.
a real person, but it has no real life change. This conversation we're having has no real life change for me. Of course, it's not real.
When he leaves YouTube, it's ended, is what he's saying.
I mean, it's
It's done.
amazing, isn't it?
Until he comes back to YouTube again.
The guy
Right,
with
I
the
don't
least,
wonder about it and ponder about it all day.
the guy
Now,
with the least
don't get me
grip
wrong.
on reality is
on my
telling
channel,
everybody
do
what
I
reality
think
is.
throughout the day of what I want to do for a show? Right, yes, I do. Absolutely, I do. But I don't sit here and ponder on the bullshit that's been thrown out there. I care less about it.
You're right.
And if I talk to you offline,
Lou
like
did
on the
make it
telephone,
real.
but
Especially when he
obviously
puts his mouth in his
in
ass
real life,
and starts talking about
right?
sending out
Because
people's pictures.
that's a real life standpoint then. It's no longer the internet thing.
Yeah.
I mean, Lou did make it real for people. He's gonna put out.
That's a good way of doing it.
Well, Spitfire, if I don't leave
Pictures.
YouTube, that means you must not leave YouTube because you're here watching me constantly. And thank you for the view and the click. I appreciate that. That's what the Drama Dome is all about. Them clicks. Go click them.
I mean, this is funny. Look, you got the meth head telling everybody what reality is.
Okay, so you mean he didn't leave YouTube and then come back the next day and watch what Rick Crude had to say? Yes.
Right. So what they're saying is the retaliation video, which I like to know how it was retaliatory, but it was funny as fuck.
I'm surprised they don't
And
think
we
that's
all, I mean,
me.
even Rick got a kick out of it.
I'm surprised they don't think
Evidently,
that's
yeah, you know,
me.
it's just-
I guarantee you.
about me too, and I don't even know what the fuck he said. I don't even watch Rick Crude anymore. So
It's Rick.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's Rick Crude.
But what I'm getting at, it was a skit for my channel.
I liked it better
Come
when fucking emo were going back and forth.
That was fun, wasn't it?
My God, he would yell so fucking loud, his microphone echo would cancel out. I'm like, it'd be like, "Burp," like nothing. Like, what the fuck? And he'd be yelling, screaming
Yeah.
again, hit his fucking desk,
This
shit
is
would fly
funny,
up in the
guys.
air, spittle would fly out of his mouth. I'm like, God damn, dude, I want to see
But
this
did
guy.
you say I was wrong for doing that?
I mean, yes and no.
And then Lou got called out on it right there.
Okay. Yes and no. Like, okay, like I understand you're taking his copyrighted material and you're using it for fair use. I really can't
That's
disagree
funny.
with that. It's like if
Well, I can't because it's not copyrighted.
Well, if it was copyrighted and you took it, then if
I
you
mean,
make it
this
fair,
is
if you make it yours under fair use
this is the
guidelines,
goofiest shit right
then I
here.
don't have a problem with that. Just like if people take the
You-
mic,
This is goofy shit right here.
it's copyrighted, and they take it and they put it under the fair use guidelines and truly make it theirs.
So Lou's going to tell everybody
Then
what
if I go to give them a
copyright
copyright strike,
laws
I
are
shouldn't be
now.
able to win those copyright strikes.
This is funny.
Correct for the most part. I mean, there's sometimes shit happens and it gets by, but very rarely. I mean, I would agree with that. But
Right?
the problem is, I took his content and I did use it as fair use because I interjected myself over the top of him,
I mean, this is
explaining this and that as a review.
funny shit right here.
Right, and that's what
Right
I do.
here.
That's how I use it under fair use. However, I stop it. Doesn't matter what speed it's on. I've changed it from its original content. But my point of it being is
This is
this:
funny.
when he gets mad to the point where he's just so fucking enraged, he needs to just fucking shut it off, go lay down, go for a
That's what I'm going
walk,
to start doing
whatever.
right there.
Eat a dick. I don't know.
I'm going to
Whatever he
start.
does
I'm
when
going
he's
to start
stressed.
restreaming some people's streams.
Cool out and then come back.
Have fun
and
with
don't
it.
let it fucking bother him. But
Who
because
you talking about? You talking about Rick Crude?
I'm talking about emo.
Oh, emo
I mean,
gets his stress.
I want anybody.
Emo's stress relief is him.
I would
sitting and
love someone to
pissing
go
in his
back to
diaper
his
and
live
he's
to
happy.
his stream. And tell him I'm
It's a pretty
restreaming
generalized
him right
statement,
now.
and I know I'm going to get a lot of help for it. But I'm pretty sure,
I
in
would
my
love someone to
opinion,
go tell him I'm
Rick
restreaming
Crude
him.
knows how to eat a dick. So that's fine. But I was
He definitely knows how to use a dildo. Hey,
Exactly.
Dirty Mike, what's up?
But here's the thing, he gets so fucking mad, but emo is his own worst enemy. We are all at some point in life our own worst enemy for the things we say and do. I'll admit I'm my own worst enemy in a lot of ways.
Oh man, let's see. What did I say?
But
Later, Spitfire.
I think emo brings it upon himself
Tammy lies and
in
loose
a lot of
swallows and Rick
situations.
coming from behind. That's true.
Yeah, I found out too. Are we talking about the same person there, Dirty
this is
Mike?
funny.
NNE.
This moron is about as bright as a fucking box of rocks. It's not a
Sorry, well,
joke.
I'm lost. What now?
Get it?
He's dumb as a box of rocks.
Oh, someone went after probably one of the sweetest people on the internet, and I ain't happy about it, but it's fine. I'll do my.
Who got gone after? Did somebody go after Pandora or
No, Lulu. Cooking with Lulu.
I don't know much about her, but she seems like a sweet person.
She is.
Brian went
a
after
sweetheart.
Brian went after her and Jackie. Brian went after her and Jackie.
Yep. I don't know Jackie at all,
I don't know who it is.
but
either.
I do know Lulu. Lulu's a sweetheart. She's always been a sweetheart.
Which-
She even
probably crackhead.
tries to talk up my ugly ass and say I'm not ugly. Okay.
Well, she's
And
wrong
we
there.
all know that's a fucking lie.
Yeah, we know.
So
You
that
got
shows you
missing
how
teeth.
nice
You
she
got
is.
scraggly ass beard.
Needless to say, to go after her is the wrong thing to do.
Oh, you'll live it.
I would have to disagree with you. No, I wouldn't disagree about going after you. I wouldn't go after her. I mean, that's not in my book, not worth it. But as far as being a nice person, I find it odd that her and Jackie both find it odd that Brian turned on them and went after them after they sit there for months and months and months and watch Brian turn on his own.
Right.
Just for content. So I find it funny because, they're all, well, they're bullshit. You should have known what was going to happen.
That's hilarious.
The other thing is, I've watched Lulu sit up there, and Jackie, there's videos of it. I got videos of it. I have to search for the videos, but I got them. Them sitting up there while Brian is running his mouth talking shit about people, and
There's something
they're up there
else
laughing and
people
giggling and
realize.
hee-hawing, and it's like, it's just the funniest thing in the world.
There's something else people
But then turn around and tell you,
realize.
I never did that. But they
Andrew
did. Just admit
records
it.
just about everything he comes
Like
across.
I said, are they worth going after? No, I mean, they've never done nothing that.
The
I mean,
man
they've
records
never.
almost everything.
They technically never talked shit, but they thought it was funny that it was being talked. I guess what got to me was the fact they separated and said, "Oh no, I never did that. I never separated and laughed." But they did. Absolutely, they did.
Oh no, I've never heard them not say they didn't laugh. I have heard them say they didn't subscribe to it and go on with what he was saying.
Right, but they told me they said it publicly that they never done that. Every time that he started talking shit about people, they laughed.
Video games that too often glorify violence and teach children to enjoy inflicting.
It's not that big of an issue. It's not like it's not big enough issue to go out and go after somebody. I wouldn't think, but I just think it's funny the irony in it. It's great.
You're right, Andrew. It is funny. There's
I
a
like
lot
Lulu.
of
I
there's a lot
think
of
she's a cool person that I ain't gonna stand for.
there's a
And you know me.
I
well,
don't have no issue. I have no
you'll get
actual
over it,
issue. Not at all.
Lala. You ain't got nothing to do with it.
Yeah, you have no.
You can't
dog in
stop
that
it.
fight.
Fuck Lulu.
Yeah, well, I
and
mean,
her
well, she
channel.
stood up there and laughed and said
Please
some things
don't
about
do
me, a
something
few
to me.
minor things. But
You
look, this is the
toothless
internet. It's not
motherfucker.
real. It had
Few
no.
minor things. There's a few major things.
Right, but Tammy,
don't
you've
like
never
it,
made a
get
real
over
life impact upon me, so it's not
I know.
real.
I
It's
know.
the internet. Get over it.
I know that, and I knew I wasn't making a real life impact on you.
What does it matter if someone talked some
Tammy
shit on you?
is just
Aw, sidewalk sissy fucking la la.
Tammy's proving the incel on him right now.
People are always
He's
gonna
proving the incest in his family.
You know what I mean? It's not even.
Oh yeah.
They were trying to say that I had sealed case files, and I was just like, really? Wow, you
I
guys
do.
are some good detectives. 'Cause I didn't know I had sealed case
And he
files.
does.
What's in them? What do they say? Oh, you were raping girls at the hotel, and the cops made you leave to go to California. I'm
How
like,
they know that?
First off,
How they-
if that was even true, the cops would have me locked down in a fucking prison cell, and they'd be beating the shit out of me, probably, or sending some guys in there to fucking work me over. Number one. Number two, how the fuck did they know what was in the sealed case files if I, the person that supposedly had sealed case files, didn't even know I had sealed case files and what was in them?
Amen.
And then
Well,
when
it's
you
not
ask
hard,
these people
dude.
to
It happens.
provide the receipts, they want to tell you to go fuck yourself and mean mouth you and say all kinds of fucked up shit, but yet I'm asking them for the receipts because a lot of these people from Discord, and you know this, Andrew, because you deal with a lot of them. When you ask them for the receipts, because they're always asking everybody
Now
else
he's
for their
upset because
receipts,
people have been looking into his life.
what usually happens when they don't have receipts? They duck and cover, or they try to attack, or they try to mean mouth, or whatever. I find that kind of strange.
Well, see, Lou is upset because people
No,
look
yeah,
him up.
I mean, sometimes they have receipts. They can prove some stuff. I mean, I'll give them that. They do have receipts for a few things, but I've seen a lot of times of accusations being flown, and when they're caught on it, they kind of divert and make an excuse. I've seen that quite a bit too.
Well,
I
I
have
never
to.
made him for anything. I don't have to.
I mean,
Everything
It
I
goes both
find
ways, I
about
guess.
everything I find about Lou online,
Terrence said something that was
I
fucking
can
interesting to me.
prove
that
I can show
I went
it.
ahead and doxed Rick Crude's grandson, and they have the video clip from Discord. I'm like thinking, I don't remember going after his grandson and doxing him. Did I say some shit about
It's
his
amazing what
grandson? I'm
Lou
sure
doesn't
I
remember.
did, but only after he probably said something about my wife. I didn't just go after his grandson without provocation.
No one cares about your fat ass wife, Lou.
But again,
Well, I bet
people just want to
my
keep.
understanding is that fat
going
bitch
and
is
doing
out getting
things
a
that they
dick
do.
somewhere else.
so,
I don't-
Dirty Mike. Sorry, go ahead.
I don't make dad jokes that I know of, so I don't know what Taryn was talking about going after my dad jokes. I'm like, whatever. And yes, I like my jean shorts. I like my red clan shirt. Those are my favorite things to wear.
Ew,
Especially in the
California gay.
And I'm going to keep wearing them.
California homo.
My jean shorts aren't regular jean shorts, like traditional jean shorts.
Right.
They're like plumbers, like jean shorts, or not plumbers, but carpenters, because it got a little hook to put a fucking handle or whatever.
Right, Lou. That's what it is.
Just the way
So,
it's-
Dirty Mike accountability. So, you said that talking shit about someone is slander and libel, and it's against the law. You are absolutely incorrect.
Nope. If that was really the case, I would be a multi-billionaire right now.
Well,
Nah,
here's the deal.
I doubt
If
that.
someone
Lou.
is talking shit about you and it's true, neither or. It's legal. It's when you make false statements
Be like Tammy when he tells me
About people.
tells everybody I'm posting porn.
written or vocal. That's when it becomes slander, libel, or defamation.
Well, don't it also include that they have to be damaged in some way along with that?
There has to be a damage. Yes, I think the monetary damage is the word they use. Yes, there has to be a damage that you can prove. And there has to be intent. And an intent, you have to show the intent behind your actions were to create the damage. And intent is one of the hardest things to prove.
Yep.
Hey, Aussie
Yep.
Angel,
Don't get me
long
wrong.
time no see. How are you doing?
But don't get me wrong. I do believe there's a lot of slander and libel cases that go on YouTube. But once again, the money it takes to pursue those and what you get back out of those, you're cutting your throat.
Just like Big Rob was going to sue Peachy Rider for calling him what he said a como. I said, dude, it's chomo. How many times have I got to tell you? Chomo, not como.
Donnie Chomo,
It's
see.
a chomo.
All the chew on
And as
there.
far as Peanut 111 goes, I like Peanut 111. I have no issue with Peanut 111. She has said some things and actions she has done that I don't agree with. Then again, I don't agree with some of the actions I take. So, I mean, I can't judge on that.
And you definitely don't agree with that.
Look at this funny shit.
I mean, so, but, you know, if anybody she should have had a problem with, because even Lou's like, you're disgusting, dude, is some of the stuff I've said.
Excuse me, guys, I'm sorry.
Okay.
This is funny to me.
If she had a problem, that's where her problem should lie, should lay, is with me.
Here's the problem I got. I got two dick snots getting up, sitting there talking shit about me. I've got Lou on one side sitting there messing with my 25-year-old, a mentally disturbed young lady, and asking her for nude pictures and shit. And on the other side, I got Tammy Lin telling everybody that I have been posting pictures on my Facebook of my daughter on near naked bodies with Photoshop, which I think is really funny. I think that's hilarious because you ask for evidence of this shit and it does not exist. Neither one of them can prove anything they say, even though you're asking for it. They will never prove it because they know they can't. It is hilarious.
Wait, I thought you came out of the closet with Beaver.
He did come out of the closet with Beaver, but the only problem with that.
Oh my God, here we go. Coming out of the closet talk.
Denial, even after all his wife left him.
No, I thought Beaver came out and said he's bisexual.
Oh, wow.
Look, paying $20 for a blowjob from Tammy, of course that would make Beaver bisexual.
Beaver,
Wait, $20, $20.
More than $20 fucking buddy.
Tammy, $20.
So now
$20
Tammy
make
is
it easy, look.
Tammy Linley is
Don't lie about it,
made
it's
to be
cool.
a whore.
I've watched a grown man suck off a hammer, okay?
I'm sitting here, God damn.
Look you up.
That's just
That's sad right there.
Beaver is.
Yep, didn't it?
In fact, Beaver looks like the furry creature that he emulates himself to be.
Now we're going to talk shit on everybody else.
This thing.
Too soon?
What's really funny is that I guess they don't realize Andrew's recording all of this. As we speak, he is recording all of this.
Beaver reminds me of, for real. Have you ever seen them? No, have you ever seen them pot-bellied pigs that got the squinty eyes? He reminds me of a human version of one of those.
That ain't right. Those poor popular, leave them alone, dude. They already got it bad enough. Now you said they look like.
Did Spitfire give up?
Yeah, Spitfire left just a little while.
Damn it, Stephanie. Stephanie, come back. I mean, Spitfire, come back.
Well, then you got to take it. You got to take it. Who's saying it?
I don't know if you call it miss, but I mean, it might just be a trolls where they never
Lou
spit
and
fire. I
Tammy are
don't know.
not known for being
Angel.
truthful people.
Angel, Aussie Angel.
So I doubt after
Beaver
everything they say.
has said so much worse. I've said so much worse about Beaver than that. Come on. Beaver said way worse about that than with me. He's done way worse and helped perpetuate
You kiss
way
ass,
worse
dude.
to me. So I'm being very nice to Beaver by saying he looks like a pot-bellied pig, a human version. The human
You're a
version.
goddamn
of a
idiot.
pot-bellied pig.
Beaver's a goddamn idiot. Period.
Well, Lou's got that right. Beaver is a moron.
But then again, I'm a goddamn idiot. So I mean, you know, people don't understand. We're all fucking hypocrites. We've all lied at one point in time. I mean, yeah, can you hold people to the fire too? Absolutely. I hold it to people when they lie.
I mean, this is
Depending
funny.
on the value of, I guess, the value of the lie. I don't know who you call it value, but anyway, the deal of the lie. I mean, no, Salty faked a fucking car accident, not once but twice.
Whoa, whoa,
He's the same
whoa, whoa.
fucking.
What do you mean twice? I only did it once, fucker. Oh,
I
well.
do it. It can,
This is funny.
You're right. I did fake one with Storm Hunter. You're right. I did. But I
use
did
the same wrecked vehicle in both of them.
Yeah.
Oh, this is funny.
I mean,
Jim. Andrew's out. What the fuck?
I mean, it is what it is.
And you know what's going to be fucked up when I really do wreck a vehicle? No one will believe me.
No, I won't believe you.
We won't give a damn.
I said no one will believe
We'll be
me.
hoping that you're dead.
Yeah, I definitely would. I mean, that's funny.
I mean, this is.
Well, hell, I flew in a helicopter at the age of 17, dropped in different countries.
No, you know what Beaver did when he was in Discord? He told everybody he shot down a police helicopter. At his
It was
buddy's-
my helicopter.
Yeah, I remember that.
It was my helicopter, remember? The one I flew in.
Oh, man, that's fucked up.
Because Langley is
Shot
stupid
it down
too.
with the 20.
Langley's an idiot.
He shot it down with like a fucking AR-15. Fuck, I don't know.
He said it was a 22 rifle, the air rifle.
There's no fucking way.
These are geniuses that people
But
believe.
again-
I'm telling you, I was in the helicopter. I had to abandon my mission because my helicopter went down because you got shot down by Beaver.
And you were in the backwoods of Virginia, and I know you were running for your life because they were coming after that butthole. They were looking
That's
at you.
what it was.
You got a pretty mouth,
Yeah.
boy.
I can't imagine. I can't imagine what Andrew's going to do.
As soon as he hit
I
the
really
ground, he
don't.
had 3 people looking at him, smiling and grinning, saying,
I can't wait to see what he
mouth.
does.
Every time they got behind Andrew and they tried to touch that fucking butthole of his, he would yell and scream, "Get out of there! You're not my uncle."
That's right. My Uncle Salty, right?
That's right, Uncle Daddy Salty.
That's what. Yeah, I forgot the daddy part. Yeah, you're right.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that shit used to trigger me.
She's right.
Go
I
ahead.
forgot the part about your parachute valve
Right, this is
motioning
funny.
yonder when you went down.
He wasn't that high up. He was only like 20 feet up. He jumped into a tree and they scaled down like G.I. Joe. He didn't get any fucking cuts or abrasions.
For God's sakes, he shot down the 22. I mean, how far up could I have been for a 22 to take damage?
The cuts and abrasions happened when Uncle Daddy Salty met him at the hotel room.
I mean, he don't get no better than
Made him
this.
Right.
shave his butthole.
I keep that shaved all the time now.
Fucking,
Oh, God damn.
hairless
Andrew.
fucking dribble, but he got a hairless.
That's TMI, son.
It looks like a dribble without the fur.
Damn it, I lost that fucking file. Where did that fucking file go? Damn it.
I feel sorry for you, Lou.
Here in a second, guys. I'm about to shut her down. I'm getting tired.
We ain't losing much.
Yeah.
Hang on, I'm trying to show you. I'm trying to show my hand again. Hang on, I'm trying to show my hand again.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm trying to fuck. Well, it's gonna take. I'm trying to find the file. I don't know which computer I have it on.
Hey, the Swerve Show. I'll give you about 15 minutes then or so.
If I can't find it in 15, if I can't find it in 15 minutes, yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, it ain't worth showing then, right?
This is just
How
stupid
am I
right
gonna
here.
stay awake if you get offline, Tammy?
I don't know because I ain't gonna stay awake once I get off the farm. I'm going to bed. You
He
know,
might be. I mean,
fucking
if he with
fucking,
it, they're making threats on several
49 and a half hours
channels,
without no
he
sleep.
could
is a
be
long
removed
time.
from YouTube.
We'll put the glass wipe down, bro.
Half a second, goddamn, what kind of dope you got? Jesus Christ.
CPUs were just fast enough to make Wolfenstein run fast. And so we were just
Andrew,
Not
can
funny.
Wow.
in just a few short years. Romero and his team built
Is that too soon to say that?
This is just
What?
goofy shit.
Kind of shit he's smoking. He got real quiet when we said that.
I was the one that told him to drop the glass pipe. He didn't see shit, so I'm like thinking, probably.
Yeah, I know,
taking-
right? Well, that it's either too much or he's taking a hit right
Even
now.
Luke and Boy,
He's probably dropping
even
the
Luke and Boy
concentrates
crack
off
that in the
the pool right
sleep.
now.
You're probably right on that, Ashley.
He's just ignoring us.
Yeah, that's what he does.
Hey, you figured it out. Yay.
I'm not that dumb. Jesus. What the fuck is his dial? It was GD's fucking file. I finally got
Excuse me,
one.
guys. I'm sorry.
You finally got a GD file?
My stomach's acting
Damn.
up.
Hey, look, it wasn't easy, all right? Wasn't fucking easy. My bird covers his shit up pretty good, dude. That ain't no bullshit. Dude, it took me getting a hold of people that know a shit ton more than I know.
And that's not very many people. Lou,
Well,
Back.
I
Andrew knows
pulled
his
my
shit when it
strike
comes to computers.
and I got denied.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, I've had a lot of, not a lot, but I've had quite a few harassing, bullying strikes, and I can't get them beat either.
Yeah.
It just pisses me off.
I had one. I've had one the whole time I've been on YouTube. I had actually one that shut down my channel for a little over a
Because
month.
no one likes you.
That one blew my mind. And then the second one I did, it was a year or so later. Got it, and they shut down my channel for like 2 weeks for it.
I can't imagine why.
Yeah, but I can still go live on my List to Follow channel, and I can still use my Salty Rant logo, icon, and everything else.
Oh no, GD! Wow, you're not hidden no more. What?
What the hell? Wow, GD.
Oh, GD's not hidden no more. What? So, people, let me explain something to you. If you don't know already, let me try to help
There you
you.
go.
When you make an account on a social media site, right? And you use an email address associated with anything else, the Google puts them all together, and
Probably.
people can find out who you are by that.
Right.
Just your social media name can link people to who you are. So if you want to be hidden completely, start a brand new email account with a virtual machine for the IP addresses, whatever it is. Well, there really ain't no IP address, right? And stay under that fucking virtual machine when you use it. And make sure you don't use that account or name anywhere else on the net. Otherwise, you fuck up like some other people have, and we get your information.
I don't care if you get my information. I ain't done anything for you to worry about.
To be hidden online is one of the hardest things to do. Digital footprinting is everywhere. And in every click you make with your mouse, it leaves a print. Same. You're never hidden online. That's those big groups called anonymous. They'll tell you the same thing.
I mean, I got some funny shit that I can pull.
The internet,
Hey,
I
Jim.
never thought I would say the internet is so cutthroat, but it is.
Tammy, Miss
Well, I'm
Jo
not
just
worried
called
about
me a
that shit.
pedo for my Uncle Daddy's salty phrase.
Uncle
Let's
Salty.
see here.
Miss Joe's a sweetheart.
No, she's not.
Yeah, she is.
She's an
She
evil
is.
woman.
She's an awesome individual.
Don't make
Well,
her.
well, to
Don't,
me, her,
don't
her,
piss him off about Miss Lou.
her pointing
Don't
that
piss him
out
off about
shows
Joe.
her pedo tendencies. So there you go.
I mean, I would only
Can a woman,
imagine.
hang on.
I was
Can a
talking
woman
to-
be a pedo?
I was talking to Andrew when I say Uncle Daddy Salty. So, two grown men talking to one another like that. How is that pedo tendencies?
Wait, can a woman be a pedo?
Probably not.
Okay. Here
Pedo
we
is
go.
No, I'm
usually
being serious.
maybe she could be considered a sexual molester,
Uh-oh.
not a pedo.
No,
I don't think Miss Joe's that.
females have gone to jail for being that.
Really?
Yes.
He is
I
scared.
don't think Miss Joe's that.
No,
He is very
I'm
scared.
just saying. If she wants to use that against Salty, I'll say that for her saying that. You know, I mean, it's just that simple. It's like back in the third grade. I'm rubber, you glue. Whatever you say bounces off me, sticks to you. Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah, we'll go
Just
elementary
me. Hang
school
on.
on this
Just,
shit.
hang on.
I heard-
Just me. Anonymous is not long gone. Anonymous is still very much around. I promise you that.
Oh, this is
What?
hilarious.
Just me said Anonymous is no longer around. The original Anonymous are not anymore.
They're around. They just don't want anyone to know they're around.
I mean, well, yeah. Just trust me, they're still around. The originals are still around. Some of the originals.
This is just funny as hell.
And by no means am I claiming any affiliation with the group. I don't have any affiliation with them.
But anybody with common sense knows a group that was that strong just did not disappear off the face of the earth either.
What was the whole point of Anonymous coming out in the first place?
They were kind of an activist. Well, from what I understand, they were kind of an activist group that kind of like Robin Hood, that type of stuff. From what I understand, and I could have it wrong.
Yeah, but
Don't know. I mean, that's just the rumor going around, I guess.
Where? Is he in your chat?
Yeah.
Really?
Church of Four.
No, Sam.
So just me. I don't think Anonymous is the group Anonymous is referred to anybody on YouTube or Facebook. Anonymous is a much larger organization. That's what they are, an organization, than anything that Facebook and YouTube, could portray or behold. Matter of fact, Anonymous was so long. Okay, Anonymous has been around a lot longer than YouTube. YouTube was started, I believe, in what 2013 or 2008.
Anonymous was back. It started out back in the AOL message boards. Just saying, Anonymous has been around that long. Back when you had to be on a Commodore computer to get on the internet.
No, that's not true.
That was the common computer to get on.
That's not true.
Okay, so I'm sorry, it's 2005. February 14th of 2005 is when YouTube first hit the air, or hit the internet waves. But I know Anonymous, they date back to the DOS program, DOSing programming of computers, and that's a long time ago.
Yeah, that's like the first things on that ever hit the
Lou is
internet.
scared.
You were hearing the
Tammy is scared.
Right. Well, DOS is a computer programming, but yeah.
Yeah, but that was what I'm saying is that's back when you got on the internet, you actually heard dial-up and you heard that weird ass fucking noise.
DOS
and
is older than that.
then it goes through that weird ass noise, and then you get into this area. Then you had to go to the internet, and then you were on, and then you could only get on AOL message boards.
Now he's showing his stupidity.
Back then, if you wanted to talk,
Not
and then
hard,
it might
but-
take sometimes as long as 2 weeks for you to get a message. Depending on what.
And hey, something I want to clarify something. I do collect data, as you per se. I don't collect it with intent to do anybody harm. Most of the data I collect is my data and how my computer runs, as I'm doing right now. This is my data that's collecting of how my computer is operating. But I do go after people's identity sometimes to know who they are when they continuously run their mouth and think they're untouchable. But absolutely, I do collect some data from that.
And I'm gonna
put
stop
Lou on the
just
nose
me
right
right there. I never heard Salty Rant ever call him that. I have called him that, but I never heard Salty Rant call him that. Now, other names, yes. So just me, you're wrong on that. Now, if Shiva wants to come up here and call me out on me calling him that, he sure can. So.
Well, how come just me can talk all this shit in chat, but he can't come on the panel like the big dog? I mean, look, I don't really care for tearing dicks off. Well, I have a lot more respect for that person now after having them come up on the panel directly. Even though it was
I tried to come up on the panel. You blocked me.
We never really
I was gonna call you out on your lie. You
differences.
fucking blocked me.
I have a little bit more respect for Taryn as a result.
Don't talk about having respect for people and you don't want to you don't want to have to listen to it.
Yeah, it ain't calling him it. That's calling his channel that. That's a big difference. I personally called him that.
So do you think Shiva's really I ain't gonna say the word. Do you think she was really what you called him?
Well, out of his own words, out of his own mouth, he said he likes watching boys without shirts.
Do you have a clip I can hear to hear him say that? I'd love to hear him say that because he's adamant he didn't say that.
He's admitted to it even on channels, and he's even come on here.
Now they're calling
you
Shiva
could go back,
pedophile.
what was it, maybe about 8 or 9, 10, whatever. Whenever he came up on my thing, he said that, but he meant it as watching guys like trying to say,
damn, dude.
People saying girls, they like girls, things like that. So, just saying.
Oh, it's gonna get nasty.
Shiva's more than welcome to come up here. He's tried to destroy me before. He ain't done it yet. I'm still here.
Pretty smart cookie.
Oh, I ain't taking that from him.
Hey, you know what? I'll go ahead and admit this about Shiva, and I mean this in every way. You're right, Andrew. He's very smart. In fact, of all the cocksuckers I know on YouTube, Shiva is the smartest cocksucker on all of YouTube. Thank you.
He's a cocksucker.
And you can't deny he's a cocksucker because he's admitted he's gay.
No, I mean, I agree there. He's a cocksucker. He said so himself.
Yeah. So.
He's a cocksucker. You know, he's right up.
But you still say. So you still say that he stated. So go ahead. With Eric Brandt.
Eric Brandt's a smart cocksucker too.
Everybody is very smart.
Why is it, Church of Four, that you came on my panel just to bitch, and never prove me wrong? Just saying.
Oh, you don't want Shiva up there.
I just gave
Shiva, because you can't prove me wrong, you lying fuckwit.
I just gave Shiva a compliment, and yet he still wants to
This is
attack
not.
Tammy.
This is not good.
You know how hard Timmy called him when I'm wrong? You know how hard it is for me to admit when I'm wrong? Now, in the case of 10th man, he is a dumb cocksucker.
No. Hang on, Salty. You refer to him as mayor of Cumtown.
What's that?
Mayor of Cumtown.
Oh, you're talking about Steve?
This is about as good as he gets.
Yes.
Damn.
You got Andrew having to correct him.
Sorry to interrupt. I just want to make sure that you knew his name there, his position. I'm sorry, I didn't interrupt.
These are some sketches of.
I posted the link. There you go.
This is sad.
How come the distinction between Shiva and Steve? How come Steve is the mayor of Cumtown and Shiva isn't?
Because it pisses 10th man off.
Some of them are pretty funny.
And Shiva would just run with it, just like, yeah.
History would have been a little bit different.
That's the real reason. The Shiva would just, okay, and he'd move on. 10th man has done hour rant videos because of that.
Yeah.
So if I go up on 10th man's panel and be like, hello, Mr. Mayor. And he'd be like, what? I'm like, I heard you're the mayor of Cumtown. You think he'll get mad?
Oh, he'll probably, no, you won't get that far. He'll probably kick you after hello, Mr. Mayor.
That's because no one likes you, Lou.
It's your
Yeah,
No
turn.
one's on the
you've heard-
stream, Lou.
Actually, I'm gonna make it to the point that you do.
Lou is a fucking idiot. Tammy Lennon runs a really close second.
Now, Timmy, you said Shiva said that he said that phrase that he likes seeing boys in without shirts, right?
Without their shirts on, watching boys without their shirts on. Yeah. And then he said it was just like men saying that they like girls. Okay.
Well,
Which
I do
don't.
like girls.
I
I don't
say
like guys.
I like women.
Uh-oh.
Well, no, I
don't
mean,
say I
I've
like
said,
girls.
I've used the phrase I like girls. I mean, it's not in a sexual type, no, it's still sexual type way, but not because I'm thinking of young girls. If I was being a pedo, I would say I like young girls, which would tell me that I'm a nasty piece of shit.
Well, I don't.
Kinda
even say
like
that. I
Lou.
say I like women.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've said both. I mean, I have said both, but just because someone said they like boys, I mean, I can see where you would construe that if you wanted to, but you have to be reaching. I'm sorry, you'd be reaching.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I guess I was reaching. I guess
You were reaching.
I
Reaching
got
for your
trolled
crotch.
enough by church before it was time to get a troll back on. Huh?
Is that a troll or is that a devastating?
Karma's a bitch, ain't it?
Yeah, but that's just okay. So I understand trolling and I understand being mad and trying to get back at somebody. Like Salty did tonight and that comment he made. And I understand it. I've done it too, but I've never resulted to calling something or calling somebody something that could devastate their physical life. Because if they got out, say he had a job or I don't know if he works or not, but say he's working and they got back to his employer with the narrative that was led.
And a good employer would have looked it up, made sure there was no fucking shit, and went on.
Show me a good employer.
So this is the same thing I have a problem with Lou.
Show me a good employer.
You tell them to produce the evidence of what they're
Show me
saying.
a good employer.
I've had several good employers.
You tell them to produce the evidence of what they're saying.
Since
And
I've
someone
been
else,
on YouTube,
it's always
because
someone else
I
has the
would have
evidence.
lost jobs due to
And
some
it
of the
never
shit that
ever
was
gets
said
shown.
by other people. I'm not saying Shiva himself. I'm saying other people. I would have lost jobs. I even had one put someone that was on the line with them talking shits and lies about me, where they phone called my employer, and I was sitting in the room as my employer was talking to them, and I was listening to the bullshit and lies that they were trying to feed my employer. So I've actually had several good employers. I must admit. I guess I'm lucky.
Most employers would, they didn't know. They go for their out, their I guess a public look. So if it gets out there and makes them look bad in public, you're gone.
So him talking his shit about me, which was lies, could get me that way too. Could have got me. I've caught him.
But was his lies that they say that you're a pedophile? That's a devastating lie. I mean, that's devastating.
One of his lies could have got me put in jail and possible prison time. Saying I stole a fucking goddamn generator because he wanted to jump on a fucking bandwagon with some other fucking liars.
Right.
Well, did you steal a
Absolutely not, Andrew. Absolutely not. And that's why I suggest them to get the personal records about that. I've suggested people to get the public records about that. And
I bet wrong button.
That's all right. That's why I've suggested people to get the public records about that particular generator, where the man even admitted to stealing the fucking generator. And the cops still did nothing about it because they said it was not worth their time to prosecute on that.
So now that being said, Tammy, so then again, he could not have got you put in jail because the person that really actually stole it didn't go to jail. So how that got you put in jail?
Well, still yet, okay, even if that's the case. An employer, they wouldn't believe that. could have fired me because they would have been afraid I would steal their personal possessions at their fucking
That's
or
stupid.
steal shit at that time. I was working
See,
at
now he's
a
trying to get
place
sympathy.
that sold generators
He needs
and
sympathy.
lawnmowers and things like of the sort. So they might have been afraid I might try to steal one of their generators and sell it.
He needs
Just
sympathy to
saying.
feel good by himself.
I mean, I see where you're coming from, and I know when I said that calling someone a pedo, you know, could affect your personal life if you got out there, and that was reaching. But I mean, you can't. Oh, how do I put this? Because I'm almost on
Come on,
hypocritical fuck
pervert.
right now.
Say
You
something.
You can't
did when you
compare.
talked about that fucking generator church before it jumped on the bandwagon with fucking Michigan, Mr. fucking all them lying little fucks out there. And you decided to jump on that fucking bandwagon then. And I was sitting there having to defend myself against you and all of them. And
Yep.
all I had to do was say, bring out the public record on it.
And see, now you got him
And you
accusing
never did.
everybody else.
And still
But-
yet have any of you all done it. So
I don't care to do it. But
He's just being
once again, I
stupid at
mean,
this point.
you can't compare. And like I said, this is going to be hypocritical. You can't compare someone saying you stole a generator to calling someone a fucking pedophile.
No, you sure can't.
I mean, those are two majorly separate things. I still know neither one of them's right. Don't get it wrong, but those are majorly different, man. I mean, does that make sense?
I used his own words against him. Wham. He tried to use words from another lying piece of shit against me. I used his own fucking words out of his own fucking mouth.
Oh, listen to this shit. This will be good.
Can't help that.
Well, prove it,
Maybe he should
Tammy.
be more
Prove
careful
it.
what he says when he's in a drunken stupor.
Prove it, Tammy. Prove it.
I ain't the only one that misconstrued that as well. There was other.
Oh, yeah, if you're talking about Brian misconstrued, Brian's a fucking idiot.
There
So
was
you,
other people besides Brian. There was other people besides Brian that went on that tirade too. Just saying. Not just me. I was just more vocal about it, and he caught me because he watches me. And I probably hurt his feelings because
Wow,
he thought
how loose you are.
he thought I wouldn't do something like that to him. So,
No.
maybe he had more
I
respect
hurt
for
your
you.
feelings. Guess what? You hurt my feelings when I would think you would. I didn't think you would do that to me as well, church reporter. If that's the case.
Oh, you're a
Okay.
liar, dude.
So there you go. We're even now.
So are you saying that because someone brings you pain that you should bring them pain?
Oh hell, fucking yeah, if not more.
I mean, I can't. I mean, look, I'm the same way. I can't. I'm just asking. I can't say no. I mean,
Karma's a bitch.
I don't call it karma. I call it eye for an eye, but my eyes can be bigger. For every step you take, I'll step two.
That is an eye for an eye. You're correct.
A harsh eye for an eye, I guess. That's harsh, man. That's just a harsh deal. I mean, it's like me telling someone to go swallow a shotgun, you know. And I've said it more and more here lately, and I need to stop. But by God, that's what I truly mean, because that's how I feel. Then that's what it is.
Uh-huh.
You know, there's 3 people I've told that to now, which is 3 too many in my book. But God damn it, quit being a useless fucking waste of earth. I mean, it's that simple.
Tammy is a waste of time. And
In my book.
I'm waiting for him to get.
I'm a
I'm
piece
waiting
of
for him
shit,
to
remember
OD
that.
and kill himself.
Yeah, same here. And I admit to being a piece of shit. I've said I'm an asshole and a dickhead many
Keep going.
many times
And you're still alive.
since I've been doing this for 8.5 years.
No one cares.
Let me ask you something. Me and you both see eye to eye about the step for step, you know, eye for eye, whatever.
Mm.
But if we continue to act in that manner, when does it ever stop?
It doesn't. That's the problem.
Ask yourself that one, Andrew.
Well, if I knew, I wouldn't be asking you.
Good night, Salty. Yeah.
That's the whole damn problem. It never stops.
See,
If I knew that, I wouldn't ask you.
That's the whole problem. It never stops.
I don't know the answer to it either, so that's what I'm saying. You need to ask yourself that question so we can both have the answer, man. I don't know.
Because you're a
So,
scumbag,
do you
Tammy.
think that we should be a bigger person and roll off, and finally put a stop to it and say, "Don't fuck this step for step"?
I never said I was a fucking bigger person.
Oh no, I didn't. No. Me either. I'm not the bigger person. I've said I'm not the bigger person. I'm saying should we take that role?
I've tried to be nice to Tammy.
And if we do take that role, how many times do we have to take
I
it?
don't give him the time of day on a regular
That's
basis.
the thing, right?
But it doesn't help because
I
he still
just
opens
don't
his mouth.
decide to take that role because of the simple fact. The simple fact is, why take that role to be the bigger person when it just continuously keeps going?
Because you don't
If
stop
you don't
it.
take the role to be that bigger person, right? Then they don't ever stop.
It ain't gonna stop even when you are the bigger person. I've tried.
No, I have to say no. I
I
have
mean,
to
this
say,
is
I
funny
mean,
as shit when you
because
think about
of
it.
me being an eye for eye, step for step, and me showing my hand like I have here tonight, I've got quite a bit of stuff to stop. Because when it becomes real to them, and they see that you not just talking out of your ass, that you actually have something that you say you have, and they get scared, they usually stop. But you can't just bluff them. You usually have to show your hand a little bit, and then it'll stop.
No, I won't. Tammy's proved it.
And then sometimes they just don't give a fuck and they do it anyway. So I mean,
I was
it is
going
what
to
it is.
say a lot of them just don't give a fuck and keep going.
And so when they do we keep going or we just let it roll?
So that's the problem. You don't talk to these little bastards.
I ain't gonna tell you what to
And
do. But I
yet,
know what I'll
they
do.
still do
I ain't
it.
Stop. Just saying.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, like I said, I can't judge you. I mean, shit. I mean, I'm just as guilty as the next. You know, that's for damn sure.
I mean, this is just goofy shit.
Do I intend it to be bad against them in their personal life? Absolutely not. Do I intend it to make them look like a piece of shit on YouTube? Yeah, but YouTube is not
Absolutely,
personal
right?
life.
Yeah, I really don't want anything I do to go personal per se. But when it comes to online activities and you do the shit you do, well, I mean, don't cry when someone does it back to you. That's my philosophy. You know, I react. I don't act. I
Please
react.
do, Church of Four. Please do. Take your action.
Wait, what?
He says, right now, I'm taking action against Tammy. He says, new guru, he's welcome on my panel, but he's a coward. Why would I go on his? All he does is spout lies without any evidence. You know, you came on my panel and said exactly what I said. That you said that you like watching boys without shirts on. I did admit I was wrong when I first said you said little boys. I admitted I was wrong.
You've been wrong about a lot of shit, Tammy.
Okay. But you did say and admit on my panel, and the video is still up, stating that you said you like to watch boys without their shirts on. And they went on to say
going back
that
after
it's just
Sheila.
like men saying they like girls. And then went on to leave my panel and tell me to come to yours. And I did admit to saying I was wrong, and I apologize to even saying that you said that you like to watch little boys without their shirts on.
In other words, he just
that
admitted
is
to
not
a lie.
harassment. If that's the case,
He just admitted to being a liar.
I would have been thrown off long ago. Anybody go look for it, Shiva. I ain't playing it.
So if you admit that you were wrong,
It doesn't
He didn't say little
exist.
boys. He just said the word boys. And like I said, I've stated the word that I like girls because obviously boy girl it's what it is. Do you still think he's a pedo?
Maybe not. I'll say
Maybe not. That's what makes you what gives you the slight notion that he might be?
Ooh, trap.
What gives me the notion he ain't?
Because you have no proof that he's ever committed any such act.
I have no proof that he hasn't or has.
Why would you assume that he might be? I mean, that would be that would be like me saying that I assume that you might have, which I don't. By the way, I'm just saying.
Anybody can assume that about anybody.
So why would that be the one thing you assume?
Because I've had people do it to me. I've had people say it about me on here.
And it pissed you off, though, right?
Yeah, it sure did. I ain't saying he didn't have the right to be pissed. I ain't saying he didn't have that right. Did I? No. He had every right.
Right.
He had every right to be pissed. I'll give him that.
But you're still saying there's a possibility of this still being true.
Huh?
But you're still saying there's a possibility that this might still be true.
I'm saying there's a possibility it might be true. It might not be true.
That's
I'm
the problem,
saying that
Tammy.
on both accounts.
That's the problem, Tammy.
But okay, so unknowing, as you say, that you don't know, why would you consider the possibility of it being true?
Why would you make
without
it
any
there
kind
you
of?
go.
like that? I like I said, when I'm talking about a woman, I'm talking about a woman. I ain't talking about a girl. But I'm talking
Well,
about
right,
a
but
guy.
like I said, I've heard
a guy. I ain't talking about a boy.
Okay, but once again, like I've told you, man, a lot of guys have said they like girls. I mean, it goes back to the old days of boy girl meet, boy girl get married, boy girl have children.
Well, I guess I've grown past that.
Yeah, he's gone into
Well, how have you
dick.
grown past it? It's built into us. That's what we grew up with.
I don't do that. When I'm talking about a woman, I say I'm talking about a woman.
But not everybody does that. So how would you just automatically assume out of one person that said they like boys that they could possibly be a pedo? That's why. Does it make sense what I'm saying?
Why wouldn't I? Why?
Because you like children.
People out there say that every fucking day when they hear shit like that, or
because they're assholes.
Why is it that people sit there think you're looking at something that you're not and fucking call you one?
Because Tammy likes kids.
Because they're assholes.
Because I'll tell you one thing I had happen to me a long time ago. I was about 21 years old when this happened, and I set her mama straight. I was sitting there looking at the mama. The mama was hot, but she sat there. Evidently, she didn't have no self-esteem. The mama didn't. I don't know what brought her to think that I was looking at her daughter. And I looked at her. I said, dumbass, I was looking at you. I thought you were pretty goddamn hot. I said, now I don't. I think you're a dumbass bitch. But before you started talking, I thought you were pretty damn hot.
Well, but still, she thought you were looking at her daughter, so therefore she had a reason to let her to believe that there could be an accusation there.
Well, when I hear someone say "boy,"
that's common.
Not my world, it ain't.
I mean, this is just really strange.
I know
him trying to explain himself
that don't talk about saying they're with girls. They say they are with women. They know the difference between a girl and a woman. Okay.
Well, I understand the difference between a girl and a woman too.
A boy and a man.
And I would totally agree with you 100%.
And to call a man a man a boy around here, them are.
I love how he tries to explain himself
around here where I'm at right
now. Yeah, but Timmy, ain't nobody gonna do nothing.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody gonna do nothing.
If you were to come out here and say, and point at a guy and say, I like that boy here in Rochester, That's gonna get your head knocked off your
I
shoulder.
doubt that.
Yeah, no, if I was close enough, I confess that. If I was
Oh,
close
I
enough, I
guarantee
confess
you,
that. 'Cause
I'll lay $1,000 on it because I
You ain't got $1,000 to bet, you
and
toothless
I only bet on
motherfucker.
sure things, Andrew. Because I know how
Well, I mean,
people
I can
are
sh-
around here where I live. Because I've seen more than one person get
Okay,
their head
guys.
knocked off their shoulders because them are
This is
fighting.
just getting. He's just digging a deeper and deeper
You
hole.
call it man, a boy is
You
fighting.
know, I've got to get some sleep because I got to wake up with my daughter in the
I
morning.
mean, there's always the right
So
one,
we're gonna go
right?
ahead and shut this down.
But the right one, there's always a
But
right one.
it's
In other
funny,
words,
people.
you get the right motherfucker one of
It
those
is
times, you get
funny.
your head knocked off. There's always that
No,
guy.
that's almost that's every man around here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let y'all go and I'm gonna get some sleep. Have fun with Tammy's stupidity. I'm gonna leave this up.